And then we're going to cut into this, if that makes sense. Okay. Here we go. Hopefully we're getting it before the PS5 comes out. I did just read that. That's funny. I'm trying to read and drive at the same time. This is not a good idea for me, as I am terrible at it. How's the in-game audio? Is it low enough? Oh, what? Crash site. What? Get out of here. Get out of here. You see this? Right there. Right away. Okay. Also worth noting, in 104, for PlayStation and Xbox, whenever that comes out, geez, right? So many delays. And if it's out now when you're watching this video later, sweet. They do spawn with zombies now. Now, I don't know if other people have been here already. There it is, in all her glory. So it's still coming out soon, or has it been delayed again? It's been delayed again. It's not going to be this week, and today is the 29th of July, so just a heads up when this is being recorded / streamed. I know James says, LOL, lucky. I know, right? I was going out and I was like, wait a minute. You always look for that smoke. And the good news is, in 104, these guys are little loot pinatas. These little military dudes, oh, these little military dudes, they have a ton of loot on them. Let me see if we can locate this real quick. Okay, we are safe. Again, 104, when your doors are closed like this, zombies can't reach in and touch you. And, okay, so we're sitting, oh, it's this crash site right here. Crash site number 5 on our list. Nice, okay, cool. That worked out. I mean, we're going to go through the whole, like, gamut here, but that's tight. And this is close to Green Mountain, and, well, let's just show the shoreline here. There's Green Mountain. This is where I am, roughly. Actually, I'm on this crash site. Boop. Back up a little bit so you can see that. There's the shoreline. Here is Cherno, Cherno Industrial, Cherno City, if that makes sense, just to give you a few seconds to kind of take that in. Green Mountain is a good identifier, although Green Mountain sits here, although I can't see that text. But if I go in a little bit, there it is, Green Mountain. You can always tell because of the spire. See the spire right there? Anyways, let's go loot this thing. Flying zombie, that was tight though. Alright, so let's loot whatever we can. And again, loot cycling in a legitimate way, because I don't know, like, apparently there was some exploit back in the day, but I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about legitimate loot cycling. You're going to have to become familiar with it here, because crash sites like this, because remember, in 104, when you jump to another server to check these locations, these hotspots, you're not going to be up here. You're going to get thrown back to the shoreline, but like inland a little bit. So like in this band where my hand's going. So like you can't jump servers to go pop all of the helicopter spawns. So what you're going to have to do if you want to be a good citizen to the server is this helicopter crash site will stay here until all of the loot has been picked up and moved off of its node. So be sure to do that. You're not going to get another helicopter spawn here. I don't think it lets you at all do that if somebody's standing there. But at least a helicopter spawn will happen somewhere else on the map, and it's random based off of all these orange spots. Let me go ahead and turn off these cars so it's less confusing. Turn off the medical ones, the water pump, the urban stuff. There we go. That's a little better. Maybe some of the rural stuff. There we go. So now all the orange spots you're seeing are all helicopter crash sites. So it could spawn somewhere else. So, you know, to not be a teabag, maybe, you know, make sure you clear it. All right, let's check this dude. Dang. Okay, so he's got nothing. Wait a sec. Did I drop my bag? Okay, good. Phew, I did. I have way too much stuff on me. And again, don't let this fool you. It'll be the consolidated loot again for 104 for PlayStation, Xbox. We just have loot Tetris here on the PC. Honestly, though, when what do you call it, mouse and keyboard support comes for the Xbox, we will see loot Tetris. Wow, these guys, man, they made me look like an asshole. There is no loot on any of these guys, but you always want to check it. Patrol jacket, so basically what I'm saying by loot cycling, you want to make sure that you pick that up, and I drop it here, as it will despawn. Clothing has its own despawn timer, and again, this crash site will clear once I, ooh, girl, yeah, crash site, baby. Damn, dude, this one's kitted. That's better than... Oh, wait, do I already have a cam? No, I don't have a KAM. Girl. Okay, we're sticking that in the old bag. You're going in the car with us. Again, you want to make sure, because I know we're used to duping over on the console. This is how you get legitimate weapons. This is how you get the LAR piece. And this is how you get the SVD on crash sites. And yes, they're very rare. That's the first time I found a cam on the crash site, both console and PC. And I want to make sure this, I know this buttstock is not something I want, but again, to make sure that this goes back and respawns a fresh one somewhere else, I'm picking up and I moved it. I just picked up and I dropped it. It's a lot like metal nodes in Ark, if that makes any sense. Like if you harvest a metal node, another one will come in kind of thing, but only after a despawn timer and you being a certain distance away, if that makes sense. I am going to hit vicinity around here because I do want this eventually to despawn. Because what happens is, if you just take all the stuff you want, all that's left is trash, and then no other helicopter spawns will come in until they're cleared. So, not sure how they spawn nowadays with the whole anti-server hopping business. I usually check stuff by the tail. I think, yeah, this one's been plundered pretty good. Oh, girl. What do we got here? Oh, compensator. Does that even go on there? I don't think it does, but I am going to move it. So you always want to do a vicinity check, and it's back button on the Xbox and touchpad on the old PlayStation. Because this is going to be a thing, because you're going to be living in the same server quite often. Not saying you won't go to another server and loot something, you will, but you want to make sure that you're constantly rotating this stuff and being a good citizen to make sure that, you know, you're not going to get the benefit of it, but at least you're keeping a nice fresh cycle on the server. I literally don't even think it'll spawn another one in with you standing here. And there is a certain amount of time it takes. I think there's only 6 crash sites when it happened in a map. The update will never be released, says Diego Blaze. Yeah, as of time of recording this, we did just recently get a delay for the consoles, PlayStation, Xbox. Today's July 29th. I keep wanting to say the 24th. It's not. Today is July 29th when this is recorded / streamed. I keep seeing another... Am I crazy? I thought I saw another one. So yeah, I think I got everything off of this crash site. And again, I have to leave the area for this to even despawn. And even if it did select another one, I don't think it'll put another one with me so close, which is cool. That's the way it should be. And at least we'll put it back in the old cycle there. Okay, I moved that and this clothing piece. So we're good. Nice. So that was crash site. And we're going to go through this bigger list. But at least you get to see how crash sites interact now in 1.04. Unfortunately, we're not seeing this on console yet, but this is exactly the version we're getting. So this is crash site 5 that we just came across. Green Mountain here, and our little crash site line that we're going to go through in our next segment. And unfortunately, we have to do it at nighttime, but we'll be showing, because this line here, I think, is probably one of the more dense areas to check all these crash sites. And it's accessible from the shoreline. If you spawn in Cherno, it gives you access to walk up one of these roads easily to identify it and then hit these different crash sites. Now, a little caveat, it doesn't mean you'll find one, but you have a better chance when they're condensed like this. So you can go from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's why we're showing it. So, hey, we got lucky. We actually found one. Yeah! And there is Green Mountain. That's how you can identify it. Hopefully that looks... I'm trying to check to make sure it's bright enough. And this is the American crash site. So I don't know what the loot tables look like for this. Yeah, we're going to head back down towards Green Mountain and then run our line of loot. Or I'm sorry, crash site checking, because again, 1.04, because the way server hopping is, that's the only way for you to go find LARs and some of the other higher tiered stuff, as SVDs, that kind of thing. So, man, we got lucky. Man, there's been times where we've been out here and we didn't catch not one. And I'm surprised none of the zombies had any either, but keep in mind, if you do have a fresh spawn here, the zombies are usually pretty thick. And zombies do respawn on top of this location as well, so just be cautious. If you don't have a car, it's dangerous. As you know, in 1.02, you can get overwhelmed very easily, especially if you're by yourself. And that's tight. And again, you always want to spot these using the smokestack. And with the MVGs and a head strap, or what is it, helmet, it's easy to spot at nighttime because you can drive around with your MVGs on. Is there a freaking pond here? I don't want to drive into a body of water. I want to make sure that we're clear. This is how bad is the delay? I don't know. They haven't like given us any hints, but it looks like it could be a... Oh, my battery died. That scared me. Let's fix that, shall we? Oh, yeah, that got my attention. I thought we got shot, you know what I mean? I thought we were donezo. Oh yes, and in the update we do have a little durability meter for our batteries, which is obviously welcomed by all of us. Yeah, there we go. Back in business. I don't think we can recharge those yet, but again, you always want to be gathering up 9 volts. Oh wait, I forgot my bag. Man, I'm stupid. I heard a zombie too. Alright, we're going to head down and do the whole crash site line and try to show the map so you guys know what's up. And hopefully it helps people when 104 does come out. So let me